What is up, guys? Today I want to talk to you guys about Super Saiyan 5 Gohan and how disappointing this new form was. Now, for a lot of you, at first you were excited about this new form when you saw it in theaters, but once you went home and you had a chance to think about the new form that Gohan attained, maybe you started having mixed feelings about this new form. And I think the reason is that Gohan did not earn this form. It's kind of like the husband that cheats on his wife, right? At the beginning, it feels good. He thinks that, he is in heaven. But then after the lust and the cheating has happened, he is feeling crappy because he is now back to reality, and he has realized that he has betrayed his family and he has betrayed his wife. And I think that this is the same thing here with Gohan. At the beginning, we felt great that, man, maybe Gohan finally is going to get his shot in Dragon Ball Z. Maybe this is the time where we're going to see a continuation of the character that we learned to love. But as we think about the form and how Gohan attained this form, he didn't earn it. If we go back to the movie, by the way, if you have not seen the movie, then I would recommend that you click off this video, because I'm not going to bother to avoid any details, to avoid any spoilers. Okay? So this is your warning. When it comes to the movie, what we see is a Gohan that has dedicated himself to studying and living a peaceful life. This is the same story that we've seen from Gohan since the Cell games, right? And in this movie, all we see from Gohan is complacency, and all we see from Piccolo is him pushing Gohan to do better and to become stronger. So there isn't a driving factor from Gohan to become a great fighter. Everything is coming from Piccolo. Piccolo is the one that tells him that he should be training, because we don't know when the next attacker is going to come. We don't know when the next enemy is going to come. Piccolo is the one that devises a strategy to get Gohan back to a battling state. He's the one that kidnaps Pan, and this is when Gohan first finds out that Pan has been kidnapped, that he turns Super Saiyan. Then we see him go into the Red Ribbon Army base, and we see that Piccolo is the one that has Pan pretend like she is being hurt, and this is what drives Gohan to then turn Mystic. So up to this point, all we have seen is Gohan driving these power-ups, right, through just sheer emotion, sheer reaction. Like, he hasn't trained, and he hasn't really even been fighting that long. He fights, number one, for a few seconds before he turns Mystic, and then Cell comes into the picture, and this is where things, again, just like don't go anywhere for Gohan. Like, I get that Gohan up to this point is weak. I get it, right? We can't get around this, but at a minimum, have him add something to the fight. Like, at least he can think and strategize. I mean, this dude is hitting the books all day. I mean, he supposedly has like a good brain and he has a good intellect. Then why isn't he at least contributing at a intellectual level to the fight? All we see is that he's getting beat up and thrown around, and everybody's getting hurt by Cell. Nothing is being contributed by Gohan. In fact, Piccolo is the one that comes up with the strategy to tell Gohan, hey Gohan, I'm gonna go try to hold off this dude as much as I can, and I want you to power up. And to be honest, even if we think back to the powering up of Gohan, like, he doesn't even seem like he's trying, right? We don't see him screaming. He's not like desperate to get powered up to the point where he can defeat Cell. All we see is Piccolo on the other side, poor guy, just getting his butt whooped. And it's not until Piccolo pretty much gets the crap beat out of him that we see an actual reaction from Gohan, like, oh man, like, my master just got beat up, maybe he's dead. And then that's when he snaps. And the thing is that, look, I get it. In a sense, like, Gohan has always been driven by emotion, but I think that Gohan's emotions have always been accompanied by Gohan training and battling. But in this movie, it doesn't seem like he earns that. It doesn't seem like he carries that same formula. So for me, after thinking about it, this new transformation feels empty. I think that in this case, maybe they wanted a lot of eyes on this new movie, and they felt that the only way that they could do this was by giving new transformations to characters that haven't been transformed, like Piccolo and Gohan. If you really think about it, both these forms are just given to the characters, right? Piccolo doesn't train for his form. Piccolo, all he does is that he makes a wish to have his whatever inner power unlocked, and then he turns Piccolo orange. And then for Gohan, he is pushed to the brink, right, emotionally, quote unquote. He doesn't have to train. He just bam. Now Gohan is Super Saiyan 5, and he's supposed to be like the most strongest fighter. Like, I don't know. For me, as a fan of Dragon Ball Z, where I grew up seeing Goku battling and training his butt off to achieve a new level of fighting power, for me, when I look at the form that Gohan has and how he came to receive it, it just feels very empty. So let me know in the comments if this transformation felt genuine to you guys. Do you feel like Gohan earned it? Am I in the wrong here? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on this transformation in the comments below. And I just want to leave you with two things. Number one, there is one thing that we cannot earn, and that is salvation. Salvation, the Bible tells us, is only received as a gift from God through believing in Christ because of the sacrifice that he did on the cross. You cannot be good enough to earn salvation, to earn a ticket to heaven. The only way to do this is to believe in Jesus Christ. And the second thing that I want to leave you with is to remind you that we must persevere.